there is a lot of isolation for some reason. I don't know what the bias is. I don't know what they're trying to push out. But what I see is you grow up, you become an adult, you become mature, hopefully. But it's supposed to represent that adult is supposed to be aiming for maturity. And then you live this lonely life, this kind of 2D life, this me against the world, me against the community, me against locals, me against my town. And even though sometimes we get together for workouts, we get together for, a meeting, a community meeting, a school play, a workplace kind of meeting, we aren't actually together for some reason. We are very based on a isolated life, and that isolated life is pretty much, this security guy is, I think, suspicious of me right now. And that isolated life is really making things self-centered, and in a way where we are just thinking about ourselves. It's when you become in survival mode, you become very inconsiderate, you become very reckless. And I believe that that's what they are trying to push you to do. I don't know the reason why. It's just strange. It's really strange that a lot of our self-worth is coming from what we do ourselves. And when we do a business, for example, someone does a business, is successful, they still kind of feed themselves way more than they feed anyone else. Even the workers, they usually feed themselves way more than they feed the workers. And it makes it very, I don't even know what to call it. It's just consuming. You either consume or you supply. You either give or you take. It's a very, very transactional world. And it's making people sick. It's making me sick. It's being in this environment that is making me unable to be truly myself. If you want to be yourself, you need to be able to look at things in a different light. You need to be able to look at different perspectives, different lifestyles. And this kind of lifestyle doesn't push that. It pushes one general lifestyle that you need to be in part of so that the world moves forward, capitalism moves forward, growth moves forward. But there's definitely a kind of, it's lost as people. It's not together. It makes people not, I don't know what to call it. A lot of people are lost. And some people try to find themselves, although, maybe they do some gym, they work out, they write a book, they read a lot of different books, they watch different kinds of content, they read kind of content, articles, whatnot. And still they usually can't find themselves. It's the general life. People are not interacting in ways, at school you would interact with people because you're just in the proximity. You're just in the state. It's not necessarily because you approached them and you spoke to them. Usually it's not. Usually it's that environment kind of happened and you're inside of the classroom and you just start talking. It's kind of a human response. You talk to another person. And that's natural. That natural part doesn't exist in the outside world. It's really strange. Obviously, some people, of course, you could speak to random people along the street, in a shop, whatnot. But there isn't it's kind of seen as weird because you're doing your thing. And the only people that talk to other people usually are the ones that are doing some kind of content creation or something. You have to benefit in some way to all go, to speak to people. It's really strange. It's really strange that is so closely connected. And that's one of the main ways that we speak to each other. It's very strange. Family, 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 marriage, marriage, marriage. But is this important? Is really this is the game, this is what you actually desire? I'm not so sure. Of course you can be close to some people, you can have a group, but it's just, I feel like innately what is natural is to be more in a town and supporting your town, supporting your village, supporting whatever community that you're in, rather than a family. The family is very, very limited. So if your family is toxic, then let's say you go against 20 people. 20 people is very, very, very limited. So if they are toxic, 10 people out of the 20 is toxic, then what value is there? When it comes to a town, when it comes to a community that you are a part of, that's like family to you, you can be against 30%, 40, maybe even 50% of the community, but you'll still have so many people to talk to and hang around. And that just doesn't exist. Instead, it's family. So family, you can't really have it as like a reliable place to go to if it's toxic, if it's bad in some way. And and we have specific times that we go outside. We have very, very specific, everything is too limited. It becomes Sunday, it becomes Saturday, it becomes Monday at 6 p.m. like now, 7 p.m. and everyone's outside at this specific time. But when it's 12 midday, people are not, because people are working, because that's what's needed for the country. And I don't believe that this is what we need. I don't believe that. I really don't. I think we are being fed a lifestyle, a kind of, we need to do this job. We don't need to do this job. We don't need to have 50 trolleys. Everything is still integrated to the past. It's still integrated in the main framework, the main template that is from the 90s, that is from the 60s. And that thing is outdated in many areas, in food, the food sector, even the tech sector itself, even memory cards, for example. Everything is utilized not for innovation, but to keep power. So if you already have a lot of power, they just try to keep it for as long as possible. And the way that you do that is you charge people on and on and on. And it never ends. You buy one memory card, it doesn't end. There's another one that comes out. Memory becomes higher on an average basis. And you're going to have to buy another memory card and another memory card and another piece of computer equipment. It just never ends because they still want to extract money from you. Money is power. And when you extract that, you keep power. The game is to keep power. It's backwards. This is not going for innovation. This is not going for change. This is not saying, if I'm going to be at the top, I'm going to be the most innovative. I'm going to be the most creative. I'm going to be the most hardworking, consistent. It's not reliable. It used to be that way, but as time went on more and more and more, the ones that got large pieces of the pie, they just want to keep the power. They just want to. That's what they base it off. That's what they run on. And it makes this kind of life very boring, bleak, tiring, and self-centered. People are self-centered, companies are self-centered. A lot of it is. And it's not the simple word of empathy. It's not, I'm so empathic, I love to take care of 10 people that I know as friends, whatnot. But rather it's, you don't need to be empathetic whatsoever. It's rather just seeing that the people around you are still impacting your life. You know, of course it's not everybody, but it's people around you, this whole world that you're born into is, it's empathy itself. It's connection itself. You are tied from birth to these people. You are tied from reality to these people. When you see a person, even if you dislike them, even if you hate them, what they are seeing, the road that you see, I don't know, the lamppost that you see, the trolley that you see, the shop that you see, the windows that you see, he sees it too, she sees it too. And that's a part of your reality. Even if you don't like someone, that means somebody is relevant in your reality in the world. And that's when it becomes debatable. Do you want to take this guy to jail? Do you want to, so they're not part of your reality anymore? Do you want to take him off this life, this reality, this world? That's debatable. You know, that's not something for me to comment about. It's just that this kind of tunnel vision view of it's me versus everyone else, versus the world, versus that family, that's one of the main problems in society. That's one of the main problems in this world right now. And it needs to be worked on. Hopefully this meant something to you, and I'll see you in the next.